joining me this morning to discuss Zimbabwe's preparations and all the different things that are happening around that is the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee Marketing and Communications Officer, Chido Manuwa. Chido, good morning and welcome to Morning Rush.
Morning, Tich. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm super excited. It's an Olympic year and Zimbabwe, of course, we always get excited. We always want to see representation. I know we have 2 athletes that have qualified for the Olympics so far. Maybe just give us an insight into what the preparations have been like, especially from a ZOC perspective in terms of supporting, I think it's Isaac Mpofu, and I'm forgetting the other guy.
Stephen Cox. That's correct, yes. Tich, we have 2 athletes that have made it so far. We have Isaac Mpofu, who's going to be running the marathon, and then we have Steve Cox, who is our rower for Paris 2024. We have qualifiers still ongoing. So yes, the team seems small, but at the rate that things are going at, we are hoping to make it up to at least 10 athletes for the Olympic Games taking part in July and August 2024. So yes, watch the space. We have the African Games coming up. We have other competitions coming up as well that are going to serve as qualifiers, helping athletes gain points and move up the ranks and be able to qualify for the Games.
I know ZOC is the mother body responsible for just everything Olympics from a Zimbabwean perspective. In terms of the support that the Olympic Committee offers to Zimbabwean athletes trying to qualify, or those that have already qualified, what does that look like?
Well, currently we have 10 of our athletes who are, some who have qualified already and some who are on their way to qualify on the Paris 2024 International Olympic Committee Solidarity Scholarship. So on this scholarship, the athletes receive support, they receive funds to help them in their qualification process. And then outside of that as well, we have been having conversations with different athletes locally and outside the country via Zoom, personally, and just asking them what their wish list is leading up to Paris 2024, and just trying to, obviously in my position, reach out to corporates, reach out to stakeholders and well-wishers to try have a collaboration of some sort, partnerships, and just helping the athletes be able to achieve their dreams on the global stage.
And you mentioned corporate support. Has that been forthcoming as we build up to this Olympics, especially for those who have qualified so far?
I mean, it's a difficult one, you know. Obviously, as a corporate, you want to see your return on investment like right there and then. So for our athletes, especially for Isaac and Steve, they've been doing very, very well. And their chances of getting podium finishes are pretty good. So we've been able to sell that to corporates for them to be able to come on board as well. I mean, slowly but surely, they are coming in on board. Some are understanding the vision that obviously sport is important, and just having themselves as a partner that has brought an Olympic athlete on their journey to a podium finish is such a great deal, such a big deal, and will bring a lot of prestige and honor to their brand. So, I mean, they're coming through. We are trying to sell the idea as much as possible, but yeah, slowly but surely.
Obviously, building up to the Games, I know a big part of the Games is the opening ceremony. I think even just for athletes, just being part of that, you know, even being the flag bearer and just walking out with the different countries and they call out. I know we're always right at the back edge yes. when they call out Zimbabwe. That's a big part of the Olympics. And I know you guys are putting something together to try and get not just the athletes who are taking part involved, but you know, the rest of us designers and stuff. Maybe just unpack that for us, what you guys are doing to try and get us all involved in supporting Team Zimbabwe.
I like that you mentioned that we're right at the back, like we're the last country to enter at the opening ceremony at the Olympics.
And so obviously,
of course, but then obviously us being last, it means you're going to remember either the first country or the last country. So we want to be remembered as like, oh, did you see what Zimbabwe looked like, you know? So we have a competition that is called Design Team Zim, Team Zim's opening ceremony attire for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. So we've invited the nation to participate in shaping that attire that Team Zimbabwe will wear at the Paris 2024 Olympics. And we hope that including the nation is going to help bring about some national pride, bring about some excitement leading up to the Games.
So are there any guidelines in terms of what is supposed to be there? Like, does it have to be Zimbabwe colors? Does it have to be traditional attire? Or it can just be anything that represents who we are as Zimbabwe? What are some of the guidelines if somebody is like, all right, I'm creative, I can come through and design something that's memorable for Team Zimbabwe?
See, that's the thing. We're not trying to box anyone in. Other countries are always having fun. I mean, have you seen the USA, Nigeria, Canada wearing denim jackets the other year at the Winter Olympic Games? So we're really just trying to help people have a platform to be as creative as they can possibly be. Obviously, research, see how other countries have come up and how you'd want to envision Team Zimbabwe. Obviously, we all know our culture. So we're trying to merge the arts and culture part of it, the sports aspect of it, and just help people be as creative and show their talent as much as possible.
I know you guys as the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee, you've put up an incentive for whoever then designs the winning concept for our attire for the Olympics. Before you tell us about that, like how does somebody then get in touch with you guys and say, you know what, all right, I'm a designer, I've got this creative outfit that I've made for Team Zimbabwe. How do they get it to you, and how do they get it, obviously up for consideration in terms of the Olympic Games?
Right, to enter the competition, one will have to, first of all, design the Team Zim opening ceremony outfit. And then thereafter, they post these designs on their social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, as well as Twitter, and tag Zimbabwe Olympic Committee at Zimbabwe Olympic Committee on Facebook, Team Zim Olympic on Instagram, as well as Twitter. And then thereafter, we have a panel of judges that see what the designs are looking like, and then there will be a second round where we'll then pick the first, second, and third winners. So the first person the first prize will get a cash prize of $500. Second prize will be $300, and third prize will be $150. But more than
so
just
does it mean
money,
we're going to have 3 outfits, or this is just like a reward for the guys who would have made an effort?
For participating, it's a
okay.
reward for participating. We'll have one winner, and the winner will only, obviously we will announce the winner, but we won't announce what the attire actually is up until the opening ceremony on the 26th of July, 2024.
So it's a surprise, yeah.
Yes, it's a surprise, and I'm hoping that the nation will obviously be waiting in anticipation behind their TVs, waiting to see what the attire actually is and what Team Zimbabwe is going to be looking like at the opening ceremony in Paris.
Sounds absolutely fantastic. Chido Manuwa, the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee Marketing and Communications Officer. Before I let you go, Chido, obviously there's still a bit of time to go until the Olympics later this year. Between now and then, what are some of the things that you guys are putting in place as the Olympic Committee to try and maybe raise awareness on the games and get Team Zimbabwe ready to compete?
We're just trying to talk as much as possible, trying to get the knowledge out there, because many a time people will only start knowing about the Olympics when it's an Olympic year. So we're trying to raise awareness about ZOC in itself, what our duty is in terms of setting up athletes for the world stage, how other people can always come in. We have an open door policy. If you feel you have any ideas that we can use, especially in this Olympic year, if you have any athletes that you'd like to partner with directly, not even through us. If you feel you have an athlete that you want to sponsor, then we can arrange that direct partnership between corporates and athletes. And yes, we're just trying to create as much excitement, make sure that there's Team Zimbabwe spirit going on, there's national pride, there's unity, so that we are known to be that nation that is backing the athletes leading up to the Olympic Games, especially now with the qualifiers. The athletes really need our support. So we're not only focusing on Isaac and Steve, but we're focusing on those ones that are still trying to qualify, so that they get enough encouragement so that they're able to make it, and we have a bigger team, going to Paris 2024.
Yeah, super excited for it. The Olympic Games happen. Okay, Candice, I knew you wouldn't resist. You could pop in.
Hi, Chido.
Hi, Candice.
This is my campaign.
Okay.
I'd like to also go to Paris.
What do you want to do in Paris, Candice?
I'll be cheerleader around the sidelines. Ooh, yay, ooh, run, ooh, go, ooh.
I'll put your request through, Candice. I'll put your request through.
This doesn't even sound very hopeful.
That was like, let's just.
No, look, I'm really excited about seeing. Will you guys show us like some of the other designs afterwards as well that were in the running as well? Just maybe we can inspire other sporting disciplines to pick them up and.
Of course, we will make the designs available and make the whole nation be able to see what other people came up with, what the talent is in the country, and the creativity.
I know you mentioned that the person uploads it on their page, they tag Zimbabwe Olympic comedy. But are you guys going to be posting them on your page as well once you've been tagged?
Yes, we'll be posting, not all of them, but yes, we will be reposting.
The nice ones.
Yeah. Well,
You put her on the spot there.
She really walked in, she's like, So
yes, if you do visit our pages, you'll be sure to see this poster, of course, with the guidelines of the competition, how to enter, the deadline, which is the 29th of February, and you'll also be able to see the other designs that we will be reposting and resharing as well.
All right, before we let you go, just as you close up, just look straight into that camera and maybe just remind our viewers of the handles that they need to tag if they want their design to be considered by the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee.
Right, so if you want to enter the Design Team Zim opening ceremony attire competition, please post your designs on your social media pages and tag the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee at Zimbabwe Olympic Committee on Facebook, at Team Zim Olympic on Instagram as well as Twitter, and all the best.
All right, yep, that's a wrap of our sport for this morning. A big thank you to Chido Manuwa, the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee Marketing and Communications Officer.
Konapo, Ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV Channel 294, the place to be.